The prequel nobody asked for is finally here on Paramount Plus. Remember how Judd told the story of the guy, did you ever bury a person up there? David Duchovny buried his son who died in Vietnam up at Pet Sematary, and he popped up and took the dog down with him. And he's like, hey, I'm here anyway, I might as well bury this thing too. Then Judd and his fine girlfriend is driving along and hit that dog. And I guess you count animals in this sort of account because it's being Pet Sematary and all. Because we get a lot of animals, or like there's a hanging deer and like animal guts hanging around. They must have blown their whole budget right here with this instance of like animal guts. But when people start dying, they don't use any of that. And nobody even has like a Maine or country accent. And then even the dad, David Duchovny's like, hey, Timmy's not here, he's just gone. Like, what? Country it up a bit, dude. Timmy attacked this girl, Norma, this Indian girl. You know, like Native Americans. There's a whole bunch of them in this. But I was like thinking like more Mexican because her friend is Manny. It felt like Mexicans to me. It didn't really feel like Native Americans. Timmy goes to her house. I guess he had a crush on her, wanted to dance with her earlier. He's still walking around being a zombie, confronting everybody. Nobody's calling him out like, hey, didn't you die in the war? But I guess he kills her and takes her all the way to Pet Sematary and buries her. Judd and Manny do some investigating of the original settlers that settled this land, and in the flashback they show, oh yeah, dude, this ground sort of makes people go crazy and eats animals raw. The settlers, of course, don't put up with one of their own acting crazy, so they killed this guy. By the way, the kill of Pet Sematary zombie is to take out their eyes, but don't worry about that. That won't come into play at all ever again. Judd's fine girlfriend was in the hospital because of a dog bite, and then Norma shows up and then kills a doctor for some reason. Like twists his neck around and then kills the nurse right in front of her. Chases her down for a bit, but Judd's girlfriend was able to get away. Judd, Manny, Judd's dad, and a cop and Pam Grier actually all crew up and go, hey, let's go to the house because Timmy's a zombie. We gotta get rid of him. This fool that loves eating buckets of rats. Pam Grier is looking for him with a shotgun in the barn, and oh man, this death is so disappointing. He just sort of runs at her and swings the axe. That's it. She's a legend. She deserves better. That's no gore at all. Were they thinking about making this PG-13? This zombie is picking them off one by one. Maybe he learned that in the army. That does make him more dangerous than like Zombie Gage, but you just find the sheriff underneath like Timmy's boot. Timmy don't even look all too zombified either, man. They could have done some makeup. He just looks a little pale, a little emo. Same thing with Norma. Norma shows up and it's like, oh, she just looks dirty. Like, she just looks like, oh, mechanic Norma. And Manny's like, no, dude, don't shoot her. I love her still. Judd's dad ain't playing that, so he shot her and everything. But she wasn't quite dead, and he stabbed him through the gut with the shotgun. It's pretty much the best gore we got out of the movie, but come on, man. Shotguns didn't even have a bayonet on it or anything like that. Manny shoots Norma in one of the eyes. I thought it was supposed to be both eyes to kill somebody, but I guess not, man. One eye's good enough. These are their own damn rules they made up, and David Duchovny actually chased Timmy down. Like, I guess there's like a tunnel system underneath the house. Everybody goes down there and follows him, and then he just find him dead. He died totally off screen. Lame. Timmy did it instead of him shooting Timmy, but whatever. And then they go up topside. They're in a lake. Remember how you have to shoot him in the eyes to kill him? That doesn't matter. All you gotta do is fight with them and probably shoot him in the face with the flare gun. I thought they burned him in the house fire. Did they run out of budget? Like, man, we're not burning a house down. You gotta buy a house and burn it, or you gotta put him in the house and burn the house to explain all the deaths. I don't know, dude. Or if David Duchovny was still alive, can you bury Timmy twice up there? Or do something cool with this, like Timmy buries David Duchovny up there, whatever. This is such an unnecessary movie. Just like my video, we're both in the wrong.